is Sarah from Vampire and Other Paranormal Things Queen, and I have an addiction to fan fiction. And I honestly don't understand why people think it's such a bad thing to like reading fan fiction. I don't understand what's wrong with it, because it's no different than me reading this, only though I read it on my phone or on the computer. There's usually a plot, there's characters. Granted, they're characters from like TV shows or other books and movies, but they're still characters, and I don't understand what makes that different from a regular book, because I enjoy reading it, and I think that anything that you enjoy reading is considered a book. And so I don't understand the stigma that reading fan fiction is unacceptable in our culture. People who are fangirls, you know, like fangirl Rainbow Rowell, she loved writing fan fiction. And people were like okay with that when that came out, and they were like, yeah, I would write fan fiction too, but I don't ever talk about it. Well, why don't you ever talk about it? It's not a bad thing. Like, you write fan fiction, that's great. You keep writing that fan fiction, because chances are there have been at least 1,000 people who have read it. And that's a good amount on the internet, because it's so broad. So for somebody, even one person, to read one of your stories is awesome. I don't understand why fan fiction isn't more acceptable, because I don't know, I've read some fan fiction. Like, I'm gonna throw one out there. I'm a Bethel shipper. Bethel is my OTP. Beth Green and Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead. And I will forever ship them. I ship them so hard. I have a list of notes in my phone of fan fiction I need to read, and fan fiction I've already read. Bethel qualified. I don't care. I love it. My favorite fan fiction, Bethel, is The Walking Death, spelled D-E-T-H, because at one point that was another ship name for them. It's stupid. But it's it's like reading a book. It's 64 chapters, I think. Yeah, 64 something chapters. And in a book form, it would probably be bigger than this. So I don't understand why it's not considered a book, because the writing was here. And I've read some books where the writing was way down here. So for fan fiction, I don't understand why it's stigmatized as some, is that even a word? I don't care. I'm gonna make it a word. Why it's stigmatized as something bad? Because fan fiction is actually really good. It's a way to embrace what you love. And if you love Beth and Daryl Dixon and want them to make babies in the apocalypse, then you can write about it, because it's okay. I don't write fan fiction because I'd rather read it, because I'm lazy. And I know that once I start, I would never keep writing, because I am horrible like that, and I always start a project and never finish it. So, for all you people out there who write fan fiction, you go, because you people are great. You have some of the most creative minds I've ever, like, I don't know, like, all the Bethel AUs I've come across, alternate universes, are so cool. I've read so many different ones that I would have never thought about, ones that touched my heart. Like, there are some great fan fiction out there. So, I guess I know I'm not really adding anything new to the fan fiction topic, but what are your thoughts on fan fiction? Do you feel like it's good for our society as far as books go? Because I consider fan fiction to be a book. Every time I read a new fan fiction, I finish a new book. I don't count it for my Goodreads challenge, but I know that it's in my notes. And I can tell you which fan fiction I've read too and which I haven't. So why is that any different from me saying, oh yeah, I finished Ruin and Rising, but I can't say that I finished a fan fiction story? And I also want to know, like, why do people think that fan fiction is so bad just because of stuff like 50 Shades of Grey? Not all fan fiction is 50 Shades of Grey. You do realize that, right? Not all fan fiction is that kind of fan fiction. There are some great fan fictions out there that don't even have any sex in them at all. So for you to say that fan fiction is just sex, or a lot of fan fiction is considered to be male on male, but I don't read male on male fan fiction, so obviously there's not just male on male fan fiction out there. So, what are your thoughts on fan fiction? How do you feel about it? Do you consider it a book? Do you enjoy fan fiction? Because it's okay if you like fan fiction. I have no problem admitting it. My friends know I read fan fiction. Yep, it's true, they do. They think I'm insane, but that's the fangirl life. So let me know let me know down below what your thoughts are on fan fiction, and let's just start a discussion because I really want to talk about this. Bye!